I just need to have a little bit of a rant about this, to be honest with you. Now, before we get into the morals and ethics and me showing faces and showing names behind these, then to be honest, they shouldn't be posted in the first place. I'm just showing what I see on social media, and lots of other people can see the same things. Now, the problem is we've got these girls not, posting selfies, fine. Doing what, I've posted pictures of myself on social media. There's no real issue with that. I have an issue with the first traps and the very clear distraction that this is providing to traders. Now, I don't actually care what this girl does. She can do whatever she wants. I'm not someone sitting here saying girls can't post themselves or girls can't be in bikini. I don't care. I've got a girlfriend, I do what you want. I'm completely cool with that. But it's not actually the girls I've got a problem with. It's the guys in the comments. I mean, they're just so desperate and depraved and horny. It's embarrassing. This is embarrassing to look at. So I've just quoted, I never knew so many traders were just horny children. You guys need to touch some grass and get some ass. Gooning on Twitter comments. It's crazy. Now we've got another one here. I literally saw this 22 hours ago. This one was 15 hours ago at the time of the screenshot. It's just crazy. And this one was a little bit more targeted. You can see I'm absolutely convinced these girls in the retail community are unprofitable and using their gender for clicks and sales and whatever garbage link they have. And at this point, I was a little bit annoyed. Now, just take a look. So there's this girl. Now, fine, F bras, whatever. That's whatever, fine. One of my mutuals or, someone I know on Twitter. Why don't people respect me as a trader, in quotes, which I think is a very, very valid argument. And obviously, she rebutted that saying, I don't care what people think or whatever. And again, that's completely fine. But what do you expect? You've got I don't actually have the post. I screenshotted this rather than quote tweeted it. But again, just a bunch of horny guys in the comments. And I'm just thinking to myself, it's like, is this really the standard that the retail community has come to? Is this really what we are? Well, in fact, I'm not even going to say we, because this isn't what I am. I would not ever want to associate myself with these types of people, the traders that just sit here looking at, ridiculous stuff. And this goes on. I'm not going to just sit here and target these two individuals. This isn't an attack on those people. This is more of a commentary on the state of the community. So again, this girl posting things like this, but then in the past, I've been in the game for 6+ years, managed 7 figures for a hedge fund and made 20k per month trading. I still don't know what the markets will do next. I mean, really? Are you sure about that? I don't know. I think that might be a load of bullshit, to be honest with you. Bearing in mind, there is no track record for either of these people. It's just screenshots. That's it. Now, there's other special types of retards on this platform like this. These types of posts. What do you see? Now, I've done a reel about this before, but this is, I'm going to say this is the main reason that traders are just failing, because they're paying attention to such useless, pointless information. What do you get from this? And be serious. If you see something here, leave it in the comments, because there is nothing here. You see a load of candles. Sure, maybe there's a high, there's a lower low. What are you going to learn from that? It's absolutely absurd. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I'm going to be honest, if you are someone that is sat looking at thirst traps, going, I'm about to liquidate under a female trader's post, or, oh, I see an FVG here, there's a liquidity sweep there, you are bound to lose. You are going to lose money. And I'm glad you're going to lose money, because your brain cells are just insufficient to be on this planet. And that might sound harsh, but it's true. I mean, look at this garbage. I mean, you could, I've spoken about this in the past, you could have a statistical strategy that says on a Tuesday at 1 a.m. or 1 p.m., after the first bearish candle of New York session, there is a 90% probability, followed by a doji, then a bullish candle, whatever it may be. That's statistical trading. That is completely fine. This is garbage. This is useless. It's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 candles. If you could determine the direction of a market and make a profitable strategy just looking at 13 candles, Don't you think people would actually be doing that? Do you not think I would be sat here teaching you a 13 candle strategy? Do you not think JP Morgan would be sat there saying, guys, don't worry about the FOMC, don't worry about India and Pakistan, don't worry about Russia, Ukraine, don't worry about the trade war, we're looking at these 13 candles for a liquidity sweep. I cannot get over this at this point. I've sat quietly. Sure, I poked some jabs here and there. You know, I've said certain things, but I just can't do it anymore. I just don't understand how we have ended up in this position where there is faceless people that are just putting. Again, where is where's the live trade? Where is any proof that this works? I don't see any. This is. I could do this. I could just sit, I could take a print screen on my iPad, draw some annotations, put it up, start a course, bing bang wallop, I've made 200 grand off just selling PDFs with some screenshots. I can't believe it. And this is more of a rant video, but if you are, again, I've just said it, but if you are someone that's trying to do all this seriously and you are trying to be a real trader that looks at macroeconomics, someone that can really build a forecast, and someone that wants to take this career seriously and not someone like that, you're going to have to get off and separate yourself from this, because it's just a distraction. Looking and trying to learn from that stuff is going to lead you down the wrong way. And I promise you, I guarantee with my life that you will not make a penny in the markets doing that useless shit. And as someone just said here, this guy, no wonder 90% of retail traders fail. I could not agree more. And again, this is not a targeted attack at this Mona girl or the Chels, the other girl. This, again, I'm just speaking about the general space. It's just an absolute steaming pile of shit. These, I want to call them social media traders. You could consider me a social media trader. I wouldn't be offended by that, because I technically am. I'm on social media and I'm a trader, fine. But I am at least trying to give real information. I talk about economics. I talk about my strategy. I do everything. I'm live on YouTube every day, whether it's on my channel or Trader Nick's channel or the A1 channel, whatever you want to call it. I try my best to give real information and really put people on the right path. But then you get people like this girl, that get 1,000 likes and almost 60,000 views on this picture saying liquidity trap, and all these guys just gooning in comments, I guess what the new people say, or the new generation call it. Guys, I know this hasn't been a positive video, and I know that it's probably me letting my emotions get to me a little bit, or letting my anger get to me a little bit, and it is. But I think it's important to raise a little bit of a red flag here. I don't really see anyone calling it out, and I think partly because, yes, there are girls that are taking advantage, I think, say, with the gender, pulling in the horny little teenage wannabe traders, and then eventually either selling them to a broker or selling them into a prop firm or a course or whatever it may be, which, I generally don't have an issue with. If you want to do a course or a mentorship, as long as you've got something to actually, some substance, fine, sure, do it. But yeah, this is ridiculous. This is beyond a joke at this point, and to be quite honest with you, I'm sick of it. And I'm not just saying this, I really am tempted to just get rid of Twitter, because the thing is, this is the last point I'm going to make. On Instagram, I'm actually just going to make my camera a little bit bigger here. Hold on. So on Instagram, it's very, very easy to see who is actually a trader and who's not. Normally, you'll see carousels with, millions of dollars in profit and join my signals group or whatever. That's, I think the majority of us can tell that that's a load of bollocks. You can see guys like 19-year-olds with diamond Rolexes and Lamborghinis and stuff. Again, we can generally tell that they're not actually traders. They're more just selling things, which again is, I respect the hustle, but we've got to draw the line somewhere. Whereas Twitter is much easier to build that parasocial relationship, because on Twitter you can directly reply. You can get a direct response. And again, you can on Instagram. But I think Instagram is a lot easier to just look at the picture and scroll. Whereas Twitter, it's a lot easier to interact and to sort of, build that parasocial relationship. So people will just have an instinct to trust you, even if they've got no real reason to. That's just where their brain goes. And yeah, I mean, again, rant is over because I don't really have anything else to put here or to say, but it is what it is, you know? I mean, again, if you are trying to learn to trade, like on a serious level, get off social media. I mean it, get off social media because you're not going to do yourself any good. There is very rarely any valuable information that you will see on Twitter. So, yeah, do yourself a favor.